We're going up to see Dave Martin and pick up a couple of cars from Dave, a couple of which will be belonging to his late brother, Graham, of which we will have all seen on the show. Brilliant boys, lovely fellas. We've dealt with them for years. They're friends, simple as that. Very sadly, Graham is no longer with us. We'll have a laugh and a giggle, because we always do, but, you know, there is obviously this dark cloud over it all, really. But no, he's a good egg, is Dave.
Up in the Lake District, Dave Martin is preparing for Paul's arrival, and he's on a mission.
Whose is that red Fiesta then? There's one here. Oh, it's my bugger for you, you daft git. Aye.
Dave is a self-confessed hoarder.
Everywhere's the same in here. Full. Why have room and not have it full?
But even his space has its limits.
We've got to have a spring clean now and again. Just time to move some of them on. What is this stuff? The cars that I won't use, so somebody else might as well have the pleasure of them.
Some much-loved classics and memories are being moved on today, including his pal Jack's MGB Roadster.
I didn't want it to go, but I've just run out of space. There's 7, I think, going today, including mine. But no doubt he'll replace them with something. He don't like empty spaces.
Also leaving today are an Austin 7.
OK.
And this Vauxhall Victor.
Oh, there's a chance.
Oh, I'll have to empty it boot, won't I? I bet it's full. Everywhere's full in here. Oh, it is, look. Oh, dear, we'll have to empty this.
With the boot clear, there's the small matter of the front end.
Well, is there enough in battery?
There should be. Be right. He drives as well. Last time he was out, March 2018, was at a wedding.
Somebody's sad day.
Aye, somebody's sad day.
Dave's also saying a fond farewell to some of his late brother's collection. Graham passed away in 2023, leaving this treasured Zodiac.
We've had it 14 or 15 years. It was always Graham's baby. It was never my baby. Lovely, lovely thing. I mean, I've drove it plenty, but he's done weddings with it, and he loved it for weddings and everything, and everybody that he done weddings for loved it. Just a big leather armchair in it.
Also returning to Pickering is Graham's much-loved Thames truck, which he bought from a Mathewsons auction.
I just love it. I absolutely love it. I love it for what it is. It's fantastic. Provided I've still got this, the day I die and I'm to bury, you throw me on the back and you take me in this. That's the way it's going to be. I want to be in the back of this, gone to the creme. And that'll do, mate.
It'll be a bouncy ride.
I couldn't give a That's the way it is.
When he bought this, he said, my last ride out will be in the back of there. And it was. So we didn't think it would be in that quick, but it was. And that's it. It's done its thing.
Well, it's difficult to believe that he'll let anything go. You never believe it until it's actually gone.
Why is that?
Because he tends to like to keep things for an awful long time.
With 7 vehicles being collected today, 2 trucks have been dispatched. And Mick and Poppy are the first to arrive at Dave Martin's magpie's nest of cars. With Paul still somewhere en route.
Just got that out this morning. Never been started since 2018.
Yeah, it's a nice old thing, this, isn't it? Clean, isn't she?
Aye. Oh, it's sound enough, yeah.
Isn't that lovely, isn't it?
The car's being loaded up today.
Golf GTI, Golf GTI Shell, Zodiac, Pickup, Austin 7, Vauxhall Victor.
Even you can't remember.
No, I can't remember how many I've got.
Not forgetting his pal Jack's MGB Roadster, that's going too.
Big bench seat, in the front that could maybe tell some stories.
What are you trying to say?
Well, you know how it is.
First one on.
Going. It's going. That way, I'll bit. Come on.
Yeah, look, there you are.
As well as a Helios Blue Mark I GTI, there's a GTI shell that'll get fans hot under the collar. And with more motors still to load, finally.
Listen at them. Shouting and hollering. Anyway, I bet you ain't saved me any of them biscuits, have you? Right, Dave?
All right, my son.
Good lad, well done, well done. We've just been talking about these two, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
and that.
No, I was very honoured to be asked to drive it and him to the Kremlin.
That was a fair job for you, mate.
It was a fair job, yeah. So, yeah, even I, in my daft way, have a little bit of connection to the old thing. Like.
Yeah, you have now.
Yeah.
Aye.
Bright little thing, isn't she?
Yeah. Just had a new fuel tank. Just had that, mate. Nice job, like.
Yeah. I bet it ain't full. I bet he ain't slipped up and left it full of petrol, has he? Anyhow, right, well, we'll get loaded up then if kettle's not on.
Absolutely perfect. You were the truck driver.
We'll have it on backwards and then we'll have the little Austin on the very tail.
Oh, pop. He's looking at you, man. End of an era, but these eras happen, don't they? Life is what it is. You can't do nothing about it. Oh, yeah, I just hope they get somebody that loves them as much as we did. So you make my son?
All right, son.
Aye, go lad.
Go, lad.
Aye. See you, Paul, again.
Here we have a Zephyr Zodiac, top of the shop, Mark II, low line as you can see. Beautiful bit of kit, right colour, right condition. Belonged to a really, really big friend of ours, very sadly just passed away. It was his pride and joy. You can see why. What a car. Lovely original two-tone red and grey trim, look in there. Not perfect, but original. I was so fortunate. I ran one when I was 17. I had a maroon and grey one like this, maroon top, grey bottom. They're just so beautiful to drive. The engine is sweet as a nut, beautiful. Usual 3-speed gearbox. Straight 6 engine, as you can see, they're a lovely engine when they're right. And you know what? They're very rarely wrong. They're only 3-speed, as I say, so they were probably lacking a bit of top-end speed. But they were very, very responsive low down, very torquey. As such, they were a pleasure to drive around town. They were a little bit lost on the motorway, to be fair. They weren't built for motorways. And we used to put in the petrol station, see? Because 17-year-old, you're always up for a bit of a laugh, weren't you? Still am today. I can never get it out of my system, I suppose. And you'd pull in them days, it wasn't self-service, you know, it was always attended service. And you'd say, like, well, in them days, it was like, put a £5 in. And you'd see them, they'd go round, and they'd come round this side, have a look round here, and then they'd give up, and they'd have to say, like, where's the fella? They'd clearly never sold petrol to one of these, and there it is in there, behind the plate, as you can see. Just a soppy joke we used to do. And of course, they're iconic. They're the rock and roll car. These and PA Cressers, these are the 2 rock and roll cars of that era. I'm capped with it. It'll make big, big money because of what it looks like and the fact that it is the in car. 14 grand. Could even do a bit more on the right day. This is a beauty. Yeah, same stable. Again, I would stick my chin out and say probably the best unmolested 15 underweight Thames truck. All right, a little bit speckly look, but what do? You start painting it and it ain't original anymore. But look at that interior. I've never seen a seat better than that. I run one of these as a mobile shop. They're a lovely little truck. They're nimble, jazz them about, you know, you can nip on with them and that. I had a truck as well like this, actually selling logs and potatoes and what have you, and the seats in that one wouldn't have been anywhere near as good as this. This is just a time warp, true time warp. Piece of motor in history there, without a doubt. 15 grand. So sad it's here. I wish we hadn't seen it back for another 10 years, but here it is. Sad, isn't it? Okay.
Auction day is here, and it's time for the treasure trove Paul and Mick collected to go under the hammer.
The Vauxhall, what a lovely, lovely, lovely old car it is. Such a genuine old bus as well. There we are, at £3,000, 3,005, £4,000. Do you want 4,250, Andrew? 4,250 it does. You're at 4,005 and 750, 4,750, £5,000. I'll put it on sale at 5,000. I'll take 100 if it helps, 5,1. Andrew seated at 5,4. Andrew standing at 5,5, 5,6, 5,009. Andrew standing at 5,9. 6,000, 6,1 standing, 6,2 seated, 6,3. Third and last time, fair warning at £6,300. Andy standing.
And this piece of Luton's history is going on a ferry ride. It's off to Aberdeen and on to Lerwick to its new home on Shetland. Also waiting for its forever home,
34 Austin. All I keep saying to people is that everybody should have an Austin 7. You don't want to drive it, you just want to look at it and clean it. I'm going to sell it provisionally, £5,900, fair warning, 59.
And next up, two of the late Graham Martin's favourite vehicles.
One of the stars of the show, 1964 Zodiac. What a car. What an absolute stunning car. £18,000 we've got. 2, 18,2, 18,4, 18,6, 18,8, 18,8, 19, 19,2, 19,4, 19,6. At 19,6, 19,8, £20,000 we've got. At £20,000. 20,200 says Charlie. At 20,004, 20,006. 20,008.
You're out. Yeah,
at £20,800 bin. We're all done. Third and last time, and fair warning at £20,800.
I'm really pleased that did well. It deserved to.
The Ford Thames truck. It's come from a dear friend of ours, or a family, shall I say now it's come from. We lost Graham, so the Ford Thames van there was used to carry Graham to his resting place, as requested by him. But anyhow, there you are, before I get too upset. So the Ford Thames, there you are, proper van, proper little truck. Where are we going to be on that? You tell me. 12,000 we've got. 13,000, thank you, Sam. £13,000. £13,000. You bid
13,750.
13,750. £14,000, says Sam at 14.
14,500.
14,500. There's a man there. 14,500 at 14,750.
15,750.
15,750, says Dave at 15,750. £16,000. Sam's just back in at 16.
16,500.
16,500. David's bidder at 16,500.
18.
18,000. Third and last time, are we all there at £18,000? £18,000. Well done. Well done.
Pleased with that. Yeah, pleased with that. Yeah, that did well. Gets me that. Yeah, daft, didn't it? They mean a lot, like.
Yeah? I'd seen it go through the auction quite a few years ago. I saw it then, I thought, cool, that's a nice van. And then it came up again, and it looked original. I actually didn't see the vehicle until I picked it up. But yeah, chuffed with it, really chuffed. It's lovely to drive.
When you can drive it?
When I can.
Charlie Moore broke one of the classic car commandments when he acquired the 1965 Ford Thames truck.
They always say you should look at a vehicle before you buy it.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
But you didn't?
No, I don't know why. I was actually in the area on holiday, and we were in our motorhome, and I bidded off the internet.
How far have you been in it?
I would say might have done 200 miles.
Really?
In total.
After collecting the truck from Mathewsons, it all started out well.
We've got a bit of a problem. What is the problem?
The problem is it won't start and it needs major surgery.
And when you say major surgery, because obviously we've seen it running in the past.
Yeah, it smokes a lot and I can't get it started now. And I believe the engine's got to come out, be stripped down and rebuilt.
So when you have started it, we've got a bit of blue smoke.
Oh no, a lot of blue smoke. It actually fills the shed up.
Oh, so we've actually got away with it lightly then?
Yes,
today?
yeah, we've done very well. It didn't start, so you're okay. I had an embarrassing situation locally, and I got onto a roundabout, and the linkage jammed, so you have to stop it.
In the middle of the roundabout?
In the middle of the roundabout,
yeah,
on a busy junction, and get underneath it, give it a knock, that releases the mechanism, and off you go again.
The last time the truck ran for its previous owner was Graham Martin's funeral, with Paul Mathewson behind the wheel. It's a big legacy for Charlie to inherit.
And I believe Paul up at Mathewsons had said something to you when you got it.
Yes, he did. As we went to pick it up from the yard, he said to me, "You've got to look after that one." And I intend to. It belonged to a friend of his, and we will look after it.
With a glow-up and some new livery, the truck already looks the business.
I've had commercial vehicles for the last 35 years. We've had it sign written with the company name, and it's got my mum's name on it, Joy. All our vehicles are sign written. That's the cheapest form of advertising you'll ever get.
It's a good job it didn't start, really, because presumably you don't want to take it out in the rain. It's absolutely chucking it down.
It's throwing it now, and no, it's a good job.
Let's dog it.
Oh, don't. Well, the plan is to keep it as long as I can, and then I'll let my children sort it out later on. Take it to the odd shows here and there, but we quite like taking it out on a Sunday. We've done that a couple of times, take her out for lunch.
Taking it out for lunch, has it got you back again?
Yeah, it has got me back.